an incredible 250 years of the Tarzan Zerbini circus family!
They've been in the Saddle Dome, they've been at the, what do you call it, the Corral. My family, they trace it back to 1763, okay, which it was based in Italy. And my grandfather came over from Italy to North Africa, which, you know, my father was born and I was born in North Africa. So, and I'm the 8th generation in the family. And I have 4 daughters, and all 4 of them in the business. And I got my granddaughters up here, you know, they're working in the show too. So we chase it back now. We're up to 10th generation in the family in the circus.
Oh my gosh! And so, when was the first time you got into a cage with a tiger or a lion?
I got started what you call with my dad. My dad was a very good trainer, and I started to practice with him. You know, probably about the age 9, 10 years old. You know.
Well, you were the first to go into a cage without a whip with
That's
tigers,
right?
But it's not the safest.
That's
thing
right.
To do.
When I came up in 1961. That was in the United States, and in those days, you know, the Clyde, I don't know if you remember the name, he was what you call the idol of everybody. He went in there with the gun, the whip, and the chairs, and you could hear boom, bing, bomb, boom all over the place. And well, I went to the opposite. Mm-hmm. So this is when I started it, no whip, no chair, no gun. Then I added something to that, and it says no brain. You know, so what I developed with the animals, and what I find out about it, that the animals are much more smarter than you think about it. So what I developed with my animal when I used to work with it, I used to do comedy. Oh. I used to work with what they like to do.
Yes.
So if you look my act, you know, the basic of the act was there, but the act will change every show. Because I took this show, he did that for me, so I used it in the act. Yeah. And the next show, you know, another one, that's something different. So I kind of used, and I had a lot of comedy with the kids, you know, you got bad breath, you know, put your head in the corners, and I had a big male lions, you know, was about that big like this. And I used to fight with him and everything, you know, bring him by the tail, and I says, give me your tail, and he gives me his tail on command, you know, and then he got up and I says, well, I got a gun. So I had a funny gun, you know, and I said, I'm going to shoot you. And I went like this, and boom. And the lion fell on the floor, you know. So that was natural. Mm-hmm. You know, it was no way that I could take another lion and teach it the same trick. Because that was it. That was his gag. Let's put it this way. That was his gag. So I had to utilize that on the show. And this is why the kid and everything liked it, because it was completely different than the other. And being dressed as Tarzan also, you know, I mean, it was the humor of the animals and everything, you know, and the close up with him, you know, kiss him, put my head inside the lion mouth, you know, and carry the lions, you know. So all these things there made the act completely different than the traditional way of what do you call, of the old type circus with the whip, the chair, and the gun.
The world-famous Royal Canadian Circus.
I work with Jimmy Durante. I work with Nancy Sinatra, with Frank Juniors, you know, and with a lot of stars. You know, I did my act because that time what I had, nobody had, because it was kind of a specialty things, you know, and everybody wanted to see it. And as soon as I quit, well, there's another one. So imitate it, but never duplicate it.
Yeah. So, you know, you sell out still, you still get all the kids and the families, but in recent years, you've had a lot of the animal rights activists who follow you and protest and such. How do you respond to that? The people who say that, you know, this is an old-time show that should be, should be put aside.
Well, no, it's impossible to say that, because the circus, you know, when you look at it, okay, existed before the animal activists existed, okay? And you've got people that think that we don't take care of our animals. My animals, like me, is like part of their family, okay? We get them when they're young. My kids live with them. I had lions, you know, raised and everything in my trailers. The elephants that we have them when they were like, so it's part of the family. We ain't gonna hurt them. We ain't gonna, so they've got their own opinion. You know, it says, well, animals should be, you know, left in the jungle. You know, good. But you know what? We took care of our animals. And if it's not for us, you know, people in the circus, people with the zoo, and people who care about the animals, your grandchildren, they will never see any animals. Because we keep what you call the breeding together. The Ringling Brothers, Bailey's got one of the greatest, what you call, breeding facility for elephants, what you call, in the world. We breed almost more elephants in, what you call, in Florida, they're baby born, than it is back in, what you call, in the wild. And if it's not for us, you know, that's going to be completely diminished. So they've got their own opinion. They can come over here. They can, you know.
But you're not going to shut down the show for the people who say, you know, circus thing of the past.
No. It's, they ain't got no right. That's a free country. They ain't got no right to come over here and tell us what to do.
So if you,
I don't tell them what to do. Why tell me what I want to do?
So in addition to the four-legged animals, you clearly must love the little two-legged animals because you've been around children all your life, entertaining them.
Yes.
What does that mean for you?
Well, to me, the most important thing, it's like when I put a show together, you know, I put a show together for the kids. They are the kids, our audience are the kids from 3 years old up to 12, 13 years old, okay? Those are our customers. When they get over 13 years old, they get into the internet, they get into the thing and everything, you kind of lose them, okay? But when they get married and they got kids, we get them back. So that's our customer. So, and the little girl, you know, my daughter works with horses, you know, that she always get, you know, on Facebook, oh, I love your horses and everything, and, you know, the way you treat them and everything. So it's a good relationship with the kids, you know, and the animals. The animals, to us, is the most important thing in the circus. You want to see elephant give a French kiss?
Okay.
Shelly, now don't be jealous now, okay?
So you're turning 71 in June.
Right.
Any plans for retirement?
No.
How long do you think you're going to do this?
Until I die.